Okay. I think we're live.
Yay, we made it.
Whoa. What are you doing here?
Just a special guest appearance.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Something's going on.
There's two of me now?
New Darcy, we had this conversation this morning. Before old Darcy came. I'm sorry, New Darcy. I told you that. You couldn't. You were just a stand-in.
Wait, which one's the new Darcy?
Well, New Darcy's the new one, the one that doesn't like to talk very much.
Oh.
Aren't you old Darcy?
Yeah, I felt old.
See, I gotta dig in. And I still described you being old.
Yep, you won. Even in your old age, you could still.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess I am old too.
Yep.
But what are we gonna do about this? It looks like New Darcy wants to still. I think she wants to be paid.
We all do.
Well, this is kind of awkward.
I don't feel awkward.
I do, because now I don't know who to address as Darcy. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure something out. We'll just leave her there for a minute.
Okay.
She doesn't usually talk too much, so that was one little upgrade we had, but
perk. Yeah.
One perk. But I don't think she provided the same humor in her facial expressions that you did.
Yeah, that's true.
Your lack of interest.
Yep, all the yawning.
All the yawning, yep.
She wasn't yawning.
She wasn't yawning. She just looks like she's serious and studying. And then maybe has something snarky to say.
Yep, she does.
Well, all right. Well, we'll get started. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Darcy.
Good morning.
Oh, wait. Darcy number one. We'll call you Darcy number one.
Well, how about just whatever one answers?
That's a good idea. Good idea. Yeah, my little joke, I guess, wasn't as funny. It was funnier in my head. Turn
Thanks
off.
for letting it out. And
Turn off old Darcy.
Bye.
Or new Darcy, or the other Darcy. All right. So now that we're past that, we got you back. We've been waiting. It's way much better. Way much better.
Way much better?
Yeah, way much better. See, I've descended into some sort of non-speaking role on here, trying to keep the folks entertained.
That's awesome.
They had me doing little dances.
Wonderful. Yeah? Oh, thanks.
So, oh, and I fixed the message. Yay.
What message?
Oh, the message is the time has arrived. It used to say it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So, I hadn't seen this yet. Of course, I released it into production without testing it, so I wasn't sure what it would do. Cool. So today we got Chainlink. Boom, boom, boom. And then next week we'll talk about VeChain. Wow, a whole bunch of chains.
Yep.
Do you think they name them like that because they're a blockchain?
Yes. What do you think?
I don't know. I think they probably did a lot of marketing research and tested out a few names. Kind of did some surveys. I don't know. I don't know what you do in marketing. Draw pictures. You got me. Uh, that's so bad, right? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I didn't
I
hear
was
you.
trying to think if it was bad. Huh?
No, I know. You know, I'm just joking with the marketing people.
Oh.
It's not bad. They do a lot of good work. They do all the stuff to get it out there. Like, you've seen my UI design. It's like horrible. My blog posts that I think I write really, really well, they look a lot better after they go to the marketing department.
Yeah, right?
I would notice that every time. Oh, hey, good morning, Patricia.
Good morning.
Yeah, imagine Craig's letting us down. And he's been slacking as a moderator. I'm glad we recruited you. You've been a lot better. Like, haven't you noticed something? When Craig's not here, there's no porn.
Oh. Yep. It's great.
So, might be something to that. No, I know there isn't, but because he's gonna be like, no, don't say that. I've invited people from work and stuff to listen to your show. I know he hasn't. 'Cause he's never made that comment. Actually, he
Now
did.
you're speaking for Craig too.
Yeah, I am speaking for Craig too. Because I was like, actually, he did. Now that I think about it, because he told somebody wanted to learn how to program, and he told them to watch the show. And then after he told me that, I was like, that might not be a good idea.
Right? You're like, we're just pretending.
I know that as like it is in the name, so we can kind of get away with not programming. All right.
I'm sure one day we will.
Oh yeah, we will. We will. We have. We did that one time. We made a blockchain.
Oh yeah.
She's like, man, that's been like 40 episodes ago.
Yep.
We're almost up to 50 on each channel. We're gonna have to make special graphics for that one. Or, well, sorry, you're gonna have to make special graphics for that. Let's be clear on who does the drawing. I've done one drawing and we saw that. And she wasn't very good.
Yeah, but it's gotten a lot of showtime.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. What do you think the crypto market looks like today? Where are we at? You've been off for one. No, you haven't. You were here last Wednesday, so
Yep.
you struggled.
Oh man, that was rough. It was a sad day for me for sure. But I think it's gonna be the same as it was last week. I don't think it went up or down much.
I think you're right. Yep. Pretty much exactly the same. Huh?
It went down.
Oh, we were in the nines? We did make it up to nines?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty steady for a little while. Beginning in middle of June. So, oh, that's a horrible graph. Let's do this. 7 days. Yeah, pretty much the same. But yeah, you're right. Just a hair down. Today's going to be an exciting day.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
What happened today?
I believe that Wall Street tech stocks released some earnings numbers. Yeah. And I would imagine they're not doing the best, but who knows? Who knows?
Find out.
Let's see what else we got. We got a $19,700 Bitcoin. But where is Chainlink? How far down? Oh, there's Polkadot. We like Polkadot. Chainlink, number 23. What do we got going on for Chainlink? Oh, yeah. That wasn't a good view. I didn't want to give a misleading view. I was looking at something last night. So, Chainlink, and I do like overlaying with somebody else higher up that does well. So let's go with Ethereum. What do they look like all the time? Yeah, cool. So this is a pretty good reference one. Bitcoin's is a little different because it's been around a little longer. So theirs looks better just by nature of it being around longer, people more adoption. And if you look at Ethereum and you look at all some of the other coins that are in the top 30 or 40, you'll see similar patterns where they came from nothing, they probably had a little rise, and then they came back down, and then they started growth. So this is like people got excited and then really started adopting it more. But at the tail end, you'll see everybody's kind of at the same spot right here. So that's why when you look at this one, it's kind of the same. What you're looking for, if you're looking to see if it's failed, is if it's at close to the same price of this big long line. So way back then, it was in the 40 or 30 cents, and now it's at $6. So it doesn't, this wouldn't show that this is a failed project, just if a quick glance. This is like somebody that doesn't know anything. If you want to come in, because they all look the same when you're looking at all these charts, and you're like, if you're deciding to buy something, this is be if you're buying, or if you're getting into programming, if you're building a project around it. You don't want to build a project around a blockchain that isn't alive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. And so, which that applies to us a lot more versus the buying the coins, because we don't talk about the investing part. We'll touch on it, but the project part, that's the exciting. So Binance BNB is not only an exchange, the largest in the world, it's also a cryptocurrency, so that means it has a blockchain, but it's a very, very rich ecosystem. Well, I'll take away a very. It's a good ecosystem that a lot of people are building projects on. Because, I mean, when you're talking about the top two, it would be Ethereum. Everybody builds their project on Ethereum. And then that's why it's so busy. And then Polygon, I think, is the number 2 project that a lot of regular people are building stuff on. You have a lot of businesses building on top of Cardano, VeChain, probably Binance too. I'm not sure. I haven't seen much in the world of business around them. Algo is another really good one. And I forget, there's a new CEO or CTO that just joined Algo from somewhere else. Oh, so from Cardano. So now you're starting to see these developers and these project leaders change between the ranks, you know, like high ranking people change between the projects. So it doesn't mean that like that Cardano's not good. It just means that maybe that other project is up and coming and going to be really, you know, really strong in the future or something, because they have good ideas, you know, somebody wants them to come to their company, that type of thing. But when you're looking at the different charts, they'll kind of look the same if you compare them across a similar timeline, which we're going all time. See, this one looks like Ethereum's. And Cardano, the founder of Cardano, also was one of the original creators or people that worked on Ethereum. So that project has an interesting background too. But you'll see that little initial spike, and then you'll see a much larger adoption. And then you'll see this trail off, which isn't nearly at the same price as it was down here. So cool. That's a little bit on the charts. But Chainlink, back to one of my favorite projects, because it's interesting. It's a little different. It's not a blockchain. It links the chains. It's what they call an oracle. And according to Coinmarketcap, we're going to read a couple what is Chainlinks before we start diving in. It was founded in 2017, and it enables universally connected smart contracts through a decentralized oracle network. Chainlink allows blockchains to securely interact with external data feeds, events, payment methods, providing the critical off-chain information needed by complex smart contracts to become the dominant form of digital agreement. So, last couple episodes I said I was going to work on my SOs, and I'm just not.
It
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't know if it's really like weird in the conversation, but in my head it's weird. So now I've decided I need to remove it.
Oh, okay.
Like not the word "so" from my vocabulary, just the overuse of it as an It's my
Okay. Gotcha.
And I was just about ready to say it.
Yep.
You know how I like to put you on the spot. What did that mean to you? We talked about Chainlink way back when too. We used it.
Um, I'm not what does it mean to me? I don't know. I guess it makes it. I don't want to be put on the spot today.
I was dying over here. I swallowed water, and it
Oh
started making me
no.
choke because it went half. It seemed like it wanted to go down the wrong pipe. You know, side note, you know how complex and how at risk everyone's life is every second that they drink or eat.
Or get out of bed.
No, no, no. Whoa, wait, what's the get out of bed part?
Don't don't a bunch of people die every year just falling out of bed?
Okay, I was that's kind of scary. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people die. I fell out of bed one time. Another side note, I fell out in college. We had a loft bed, and it was like the first week, and I threw my legs over the side of the bed, and I thought I was on the bottom bunk because I normally slept on a bed that had a floor, and I went to go take the step, and there was no floor because I was up on a loft bed, a bunk bed type
Yeah.
style thing. And when I came down, my face collided with the printer, and I split my eye open, well, above my eye, my eyebrow. And then there was like we had a little because we both had, in a dorm it's like an 8 by 12 room. Seriously, that's like I believe the size, insanely small. And no, it had to be bigger than that. Nah, probably not. But you had to put the beds up, so both of our beds were up, and then underneath, then you could have a couch, you could have your
Uh-huh.
TV, and maybe a little computer area. And so, um, when I hit my face on the printer, and then it flung me back, and I landed on the couch. And mind you, it's all dark because I have a roommate that's not trying to get up at 5:30 in the morning to go to class. And I mean, like he didn't have a class that was early. He was a good student too. And so then when I fell on this couch, I put my hands up to my face and it was just wet.
Oh my
And then
god.
I got to go knock on the
Horrible.
counselor's door, and we got to go to the emergency room and get stitches. It was a fun morning,
That's
but I
awful.
don't remember how I got to that story. What was the one before that? It doesn't matter.
Drinking water, I think
Oh
was
yeah.
one.
So your throat is doing this delicate dance of trying to keep food and water from going down your windpipe every single time you swallow. And if it doesn't do it perfectly right, you could die.
Yep.
That's kind of interesting. It's like I was watching something. They were talking about how badly designed your throat is from a nature standpoint. Like that single point of failure is just like crazy, and it does all this crazy work and everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I was watching Dr. G before, and I found out that well, anyway, this lady on there, her esophagus rotted, and then
Mm.
she ended up dying.
Whoa, whoa, that's gross.
Yeah, I guess it happens sometimes,
Yeah, I could.
but
Ooh, yuck. All right, back to
anyway.
more pleasant things.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry about that.
oh no, that's fine. My story wasn't much better. Blood, face, So, Chainlink. We used it when we were talking about Polygon and doing, and or not really Polygon, NFTs that could take outside data and something could happen within the NFT. For instance, if you had a background when you built your NFT, if you had a background that you could, how to say this, you could have multiple images set in the properties of your NFT. So NFTs, if we don't remember, are just records of data. And so then you have an attribute or a field that just says, hey, for the background, use this color. Well, you could have 3 colors, right? And what you could do within your NFT then with Chainlink is take what they call it, and they even call it weather data, but you could literally take weather data. And but you could read data from an outside feed. So in this case, the example that I think we were looking at took weather data from like the Weather Channel, and if it was rainy, it would make your background like blue or something, and if it was sunny, it'd make it yellow, and it basically could change the NFT, which is a non-changeable entity, with some light off-chain data. And that's just a really simple example. You could do way more complex things with that. So then you would get into like hybrid smart contracts and stuff like that. Does that make a little sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah, I was wondering if that's what we were talking about, but my brains couldn't come up with an example and I froze.
That's why I put you on the spot.
Yep.
It makes it fun and exciting. So,
Yep.
see, so, I guess that's really not the same. A little different and wouldn't have worked. The Chainlink network is driven by a large open source community of data providers, node operators, smart contract developers, researchers, security auditors, and more. The rest of it's just fluff, fluff, fluff. So let's go to Investopedia. What is Chainlink? So this is another outside definition of Chainlink. And then the next one is their site. And maybe the Investopedia had their article proofed by Chainlink, so we never know. Chainlink is a cryptocurrency and technology platform that enables blockchain enterprises to securely connect with blockchain platforms. Enables non-blockchain enterprises. That's a good description. To securely connect with blockchain platforms. Chainlink is middleware that connects blockchain-based smart contracts with external data, such as baseball scores or stock prices. Chainlink's currency pays Chainlink network operators and collateralizes the network's smart contract agreements. Chainlink is known as a decentralized Oracle network or blockchain abstraction layer. Chainlink uses blockchain technology to securely enable computations on and off blockchain, supporting what it calls hybrid smart contracts. Enterprises that use Chainlink can access any of the major blockchain networks, including, they need to remove Terra, Ethereum, Solana, and now bankrupt Terra. Definitely don't try. There, I heard that Polygon has reached out to the community of Luna or Terra. I forget, because one's the coin, one's like the blockchain. I didn't follow that one, but they are helping all their projects onboard onto Polygon. Isn't that so nice?
Oh, that was nice.
I know. And so then they'll be able to all the little developers will find a new home, and, they're being welcomed with open arms into a community that isn't being, I don't want to speculate on it. You can read. That's all. Just read about it. There's plenty of information out there. A lot of law enforcement involved, I'll put it that way. So there's a lot of people that lost money in that project. Chainlink blockchain is hosted on Ethereum, which uses proof of work operating protocol. I didn't know that. So everything runs through Ethereum at some point. That's why the analogy of Bitcoin being gold, light gold, and Ethereum being like oil is pretty spot on. Ethereum's the the value that the worker stuff, Used in lots of different ways. All right. So support key takeaways is it's a decentralized, uses its own coin term, I think, hybrid smart contracts, and has tokens, which are called links. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
It's the best. Oh, remind me after the show. I gotta tell you something about Link.
Okay.
And it can support the secure sharing of inputs, outputs, and computations. So, supports decentralized data feeds, provides verifiable sources of randomness. What does that mean? Applications such as games that require cryptographically secure randomness can use Chainlink. Oh yes, Chainlink's important for gaming. Enables automation. What were you saying?
I said, oh, yes.
Oh yes. Enables automation. What, Darcy? People want to automate stuff?
All the time.
Event-driven tasks for enterprises? That never is happening.
Never. Not once.
Chainlink can connect blockchain platforms to support the exchange of messages, tokens, and specific actions.
But
And then
not
they
the
go.
specifications. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
Specific action.
How does Chainlink differ from Ethereum? Let's talk about that, and then we'll take a break, and we'll get into their definitions of themselves. Maybe we'll try to play their little video with no sound, things like that. You know, fun times. Chainlink network, in some ways, a complement. What? Is in some ways. See, I made their sentence sound dumb. It's just all those sentences that we've read that sound dumb, and now I'm making them sound dumb. The Chainlink network is in some ways a complement to Ethereum network and other blockchains. 100%. It's a complement. It's not a competition. Chainlink can facilitate secure communications between Ethereum projects and a variety of off-chain data. Because Chainlink's Link token is built on the Ethereum platform, Link is complement with the Ethereum platforms. Oh, compliant. Is compliant with the Ethereum platform's protocols, which is really important. You want protocols, so then you have standardization, so everybody's doing things in some way, and they all know how it works. Ethereum tokens can be used to spend on purchases to facilitate smart contracts and pay miners for operating the Ethereum network. Chainlink tokens have only a single use case, which is to pay node operators in the Chainlink network. Chainlink staking requirement is similar to proof of stake operating protocol. If we don't remember what proof of stake, fast fact. Proof of stake mechanism rewards network participants for agreeing not to trade or sell their cryptocurrency holdings. This is how you earn interest on your crypto. Very, very, very important to leverage that. If you own crypto, especially in these hard times in the crypto market, you don't want to be selling off when it's super low, unless you need the money, obviously. So what's the best things that you can do is put it into staking, and that is not something where you give it to somebody else. It's just where you agree not to sell it. And you just where the negative comes in, if you needed to sell it quickly, usually there's like a few day period before they unlock it because you've agreed. I mean, this is a whole agreement thing, so it's kind of like it makes it so that shows there's trust in the network because people have put up their value, their money into this pool that says we are going to leave this here to facilitate the payment of the node operators. And it's not like it goes away from your pool. It's kind of like that. I don't know. It's just the, what would it be, like an investment, like investors backing a project, backing a company. That's what proof of stake kind of is. So they're putting up money. They're saying they're setting aside. Because it's a little different. You're not really spending it. So it's just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But that's it. So quick break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Fresher on your favorite morning beverage. Hopefully it's non-alcoholic.
It is.
Well, I know yours is. I was speaking to like maybe grandma or somebody. You know, she starts drinking like super early. No, she's like, no, I know.
A little mimosa.
Yeah, a little mimosa.
Ending the program.
Yep. Yep. And while you're waiting for us to come back, you can peruse our website if you wanted to catch one of our previous episodes or one of our or set a notification. Ooh, see, I tried to show this off and I don't think it was working. You can click right here and be notified by an email. And if you don't have any dings on your phone from emails, this is completely useless. But my mom and I were talking about that because she was like, "It doesn't. My phone doesn't notify me when I get emails." I was like, "Yeah, I've turned mine off not to either because it's pretty annoying." All right, we'll be back in a few.
All right.
Gotta fix our music.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, I forgot to turn on the music. Sorry, everyone. It was just silent. Oh well. What does people prefer? That's a poll. We're doing gonna do that. Great poll. Ask a question. What do? Oh wait, because it's a yes no. So I gotta figure out it's a yes no. Yeah, here we go. Is silence better? There we go. Is silence better than our intermission music? All right. Ask the community. Do we have anybody participating in chat besides Patricia this morning? we will see, because now we got some votes. The votes are out. What will it be? Would you rather have silence, or do you like our little old-timey intermission royalty-free? Well, I don't know. We had to pay for it. I guess it's not royalty-free. Maybe she's taking a nap. I do like old Darcy better than new Darcy. It said our bit rate was low. I was getting a message on the YouTube studio. It was saying that we had a slow bit rate. We have 0 votes, so there isn't too many people actually able to participate in the poll today.
What's the poll today? Yes?
Is silence better than our intermission music? Because I forgot to turn on the music.
Oh. I don't think so, even though I can't hear it.
I like it, but we chose it together.
Yep.
So I
That's
think
true.
we're a little biased to it. It brings me back to like a time of westerns when you see somebody on the piano and everybody running around real fast and doing goofy stuff.
That's awesome.
So, you ready?
Actually, I'm sorry. I need one more second.
Silence. Well, I guess I should have jokes. Am I supposed to have jokes?
Jokes and jokes.
I don't have any prep jokes. My comedy's on the spot through conversation, through my beautiful use of language.
Yep.
My linguistics.
I don't have that talent.
My skill level's maxed out in my linguistical talent. Reading ability is 0. But no.
It's at least a 10.
At least a 10%.
Yep.
I put one skill point into that. How many other people think about life as a video game? You're just leveling up, trying to avoid the mean NPCs, and for those non-gamers, those are the non-player characters. The ones that, I guess if you're playing PvP, I guess that's the world we're in, which is player versus player. So then you got to watch out for mean players too. Life is just a video game. But what is not a video game is Chainlink. Chainlink is serious business. What do they describe themselves as? How do you learn about Chainlink? Well, I would suggest you go to their website, chain.link. And according to them, this is their wording is interesting. Total US dollar of crypto assets deposited into markets secured by Chainlink oracles. It's just like throwing out a big number that I don't know. That didn't really help much because like it just means that's how much is floating out there. But what if their value is 0? And I don't know. So secured just kind of gives an extra sense of security, but I think it's a little false. Total value would be nice, but I get what they're going for. But $20 billion and 64 cents. If we come back over here, oh, I think we can see it on this page. Their total market cap is $2 billion. Kind of weird, huh?
Yep.
That's why I said they I don't like when companies do that. They don't need to, because this project's really good. I'm a huge fan of it in the way of there are other ones. We'll look to see what other oracles there are, but what it does is really cool, where it helps blockchains and smart contract. No, I was trying to go into their little thing, but it didn't work. Their sentence just went a different direction. So how blockchains, what is their problem? Where do we want to start? Let's see what this video's got. They got stuff, they're doing things, there's a bunch of blocks, there's things spinning around the world, we got pages, numbers, more world. Oh, it links the world and the numbers and the blocks all together. Oh, then it does it at scale. Wonderful. So with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology gaining mainstream attention and Chainlink establishing itself as a key component of many blockchain applications, more people are entering the industry and asking the fundamental question: what is blockchain?
What is Chainlink?
Or what is Chainlink? Wow. What is Chainlink? They're asking the fundamental question of what. My brain just went to that fundamental question. What is blockchain?
It also says blockchain right above it, so I could see that being it.
I told you, I didn't level up my reading skills very well. This guide provides context on Chainlink by answering 3 key questions. What is the underlying value proposition of blockchains and smart contracts? Why is there an inherent limitation to smart contracts that Chainlink must help solve? And how does Chainlink's solution unlock the full potential of smart contracts? Wow, they're going back to fully comprehend the importance of Chainlink. It's critical to first understand the underlying value of blockchains and smart contracts. So we know what a blockchain is. It's a database. That's what our easy, super layman's definition would be, right? Because if I used shared ledger, I think that's even still a little bit up. Nobody controls it. Everyone in the world has access to it. That's only in public ones. The applications running on it and the data stored on it can never be changed or tampered with. All transactions processed time are continually recorded, and transactions are paid via whatever currency the blockchain operates on. Cool. All caught up. We should know this. Centralized transactions. Bob sends money to Alice. It goes to a bank. Bob and Alice's bank have all the money. They decide on transferring the money, and then you're just told, hey, Bob got the money in his bank. Cool. Decentralized. Bob sends money to Alice through the blockchain. Blockchain transfers money between accounts with a trusted third party taking custody. That sounds a little scarier. A trusted third party. Do I really know this person? No, it's the network that has control of it. Alice receives money to her public address. Same thing. It's really just the same thing. You don't control this. Most of the people, Bob and Alice, have no idea how this works. Bob and Alice here have no idea how this works, right? So,
yep.
For regular people, I would say it's like, to them, it's the same system. You're going to get this. The difference would be that, see, they can, as long as you don't store it on an exchange, it can't be locked. That would be the only difference, because your public wallet address, but they can track you on it. So if somebody ever knew your wallet's address, which isn't a bad thing, but if you're trying to hide or move your money around without the government being able to lock it, they can still lock your money in blockchain, because wherever you have to take the money out of the network at, which would be an exchange, so somebody has to give you a different currency for your digital currency. I assume that's what you'd be doing. Now, if you're transferring it to another digital currency, that's where things get a little complicated. And then there's things called like, what are they, tornadoes or something? I forget. Where you can send your cryptocurrency to it, and for a fee, it slices it between a bunch of wallets and mixes. It's a mixer. It's a crypto mixer, and it's think of just how money. If you know how money laundering works, it'd be the same idea. And so, to be able to shuffle up your address and not point to you anymore, you send it to this mixer, and then it would show that it went to there, and it bounced all over the place, and then some other random thing would send it to some other address you have. Getting super complicated, but from regular people's standpoints, the mechanisms in the middle probably are the same. Oh, let's see. Problem. Smart contracts can reintroduce. Oh, so they're explaining what counterparty risk is up here. Counterparty risk is. I'm just going to Google it real quick, because it doesn't look like they defined it for everybody. I don't think I can explain it. Is the probability that the other party in an investment, credit, or trading transaction may not fulfill its part of the deal and may default on the contractual obligations. Why is that important? I don't get how they're going to say smart contracts, but what would happen in real world is you don't have a guarantee that the contract would be fulfilled. You have a promise a lot of times, but not a guarantee. In the blockchain world, the contract, you wouldn't ever have to you wouldn't lose your money, because it would never be started in the first place. Because they would need, whatever the contract's doing, they would need all parties involved to be transparent by the nature of the blockchain. So then you would have to have whatever your end of the bargain or the contract agreement is already prepared, and the smart contract would not commit the block to the chain until everything's in place. So then you don't have to worry about the contract being executed. That's where the security and the trust works out really nice with blockchain. It says, however, blockchain can support many use cases beyond simply moving and recording money on a ledger. Some highly programmable blockchains allow a more expressive set of commands, specifically through running applications on the network that trigger actions based on specific predefined events. If X happens, then execute Y action. For example, if Flight 777 is canceled tomorrow, issue an insurance payout of $77. If not, then don't make the payment. These blockchain applications, which can process a wider range of logic, are referred to as smart contracts, and have been the subject of much development around blockchains since Ethereum first introduced them at scale. So that's what a smart contract is. The problem is that a smart contract requires data, flight departure information, to execute commands. But most of the data it needs to digitize and automate real-world agreements is not stored on blockchains. The smart contract cannot fetch external data either, because blockchains are like black boxes with no built-in ability to connect with the outside world. This means asset prices, sports scores, Internet of Things sensors, web data, enterprise systems, and the multitude of other real-world data sets are simply not available on the blockchain, severely limiting the types of smart contracts developers can create. How does one develop a flight insurance agreement without flight data? I don't know.
Me neither. Is it have to do with Chainlink?
Well, it would have to do with an oracle, right? We do. That would be the generic one. So when you're looking up for competitors to, let's see, blockchain. Give us a list. Oh, cool. Here we go. And I've heard of that one. I've heard of that one. I've heard of that one. And that's it. So here's a listing of oracles. Just a quick one. Oh, they even give their rankings. That's kind of cool. So number 22, and I assume that's by market cap. So that's the amount of money perceived fake value. So with a whole lot of things. I think it's the number. I think it's the price times the number of coins available. Something, I forget what it is. But Chainlink is number 22, and then if you look, the numbers drop pretty far. So then you got Bridge, Augur, Nest, API 3, Band Protocol, Dia, Teller, HAPI, and Aura Chain Token. Doesn't mean these projects are any less useful than Chainlink. It just means Chainlink's the most popular currently. That's the way I'd read this. So if you want to do a project, if you want to do something that involves an oracle, maybe Chainlink's your best bet, but then some of these other ones also may give you better deals because there's going to be a cost to it, right? If you're writing your project, don't think that Chainlink isn't trying to make money off of your use of their data and their stuff. So there's other competition. The only way to efficiently get data into the blockchain is for a software component called an oracle to input it into the blockchain. The challenge then becomes how to design an oracle mechanism with the same security and reliability properties of the underlying blockchain so as to retain the underlying value proposition of the smart contracts. Extremely reliable without counterparty risk. If a single centralized oracle is responsible for inputting the data used to trigger the smart contract, then the oracle has complete control over the smart contract's outcome. This introduces a serious point of failure known as the oracle problem. You think they invented that? They're like, we're going to make up our little thing and then we're going to make up this fake problem. It's not, but because you would, if you're building things that layers on top of this, why would all of a sudden would you introduce a centralized failure point if you're trying to build a fully decentralized network? So you'd want all the layers decentralized. It's kind of like interplanetary file system. You want it decentralized. Now that one's a little different in the way of it stores files on the nodes of the computers. But if the nodes of the computers aren't active, then your file may disappear. So that one's kind of, and when I say that, I think they store a whole file or parts of a file across only a few computers. And it's probably due to maybe there's not enough nodes, I don't know, or just their design. So then if you're not hosting it. So when we talk about nodes, for those sitting at home, it's just like you run the software on your computer. So you keep your computer on all the time and you run the software and it runs in the background. It may take a little bit of your resources. It may take a lot of your resources. I don't know. It depends on the network. And then you're part of the network. So then you get to participate in the validation of whatever blocks are being applied to the blockchain. And you're going to get some money back. So you usually, when you set up a node, you got to have a wallet And as you do processing, so if your computer is super fast and can process a lot of stuff, you'll actually be a popular node, and then you'll be sent a lot of the transactions. But in the case of the file system, I believe they store files on a single computer. They're encrypted and you can't read them, so you can't read other people's stuff at all. But if you turn off your computer, just say you're not participating, then that file is gone. I think I read that they didn't have a good way to handle that. So that's where a single point of failure is bad. And even though it is a decentralized platform. Chainlink, the decentralized Oracle network. So Chainlink solves that problem, and likely these other competitors do the same thing. Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network that was developed to allow smart contracts to automate the transfer of data between blockchains and outside systems in a highly secure and reliable manner. It uses a similar model to the blockchain in that there's a decentralized network of independent entities, oracles, that collectively retrieve data from multiple sources, aggregate it, and deliver a validated single point to the smart contract to trigger its execution, removing any centralized point of failure. Beautiful. Generalized architecture. The Chainlink is a flexible network framework for building and running Oracle networks, meaning users can construct and or connect to customized Oracle. See, when I read slower, it doesn't help either. Oracle networks without dependencies on the other Oracle networks. And I was like, in this sentence, while I was reading, I was also thinking about how I messed up framework with network. And it could be possible that my words are trailing slightly behind my eyes of reading, right?
Oh yeah, sure could.
I'm gonna start paying attention when I'm reading to see if I'm like reading this because I need to know what to say, but I'm continuing to read while my talking is just a hair slower. I wonder what that, man, that would be interesting to see how the brain works for that. You know, all the little firings on that, like if they're like that delay is so small, but it's there. Like you're just a hair ahead of what your words are saying. Interesting. And then your brain's actually aware enough to know what's coming out. Like it's hearing you, and it's like, yep, those are what I just read. It's really interesting. So they have, see myself, Oracle Chainlink node. So you have a node operator, Oracle Chainlink node, Chainlink, decentralized Oracle network. All this is Chainlink. Here, they want some information. They get their information. Data signing. Chainlink oracles sign the data they input on the chain with unique cryptographic signature, allowing users to prove its origin. You get high quality data. Provide smart contracts with data from any external system, including premium data providers. Any input. Wow, this is a good graph. I need to use this. We could take any input, literally, they don't even say accept, any input from any blockchain and produce any output. It's like the best API ever, right?
Yep.
It says connects any blockchain to any input output. Service level agreements, reputation systems. Chainlink's oracles historical performance is publicly available via signed data on chain, allowing users to select oracles based on historical performance metrics such as average response time, completion ratio, average security deposit, and more. Node operators also have the option of providing additional data like their identity, geographic location, and third-party certifications. Ooh, that's pretty cool. And use cases. Decentralized finance, which is DeFi. So we use the word DeFi. Insurance, gaming. We talked about the insurance example a minute ago. Developers for gaming are also beginning to launch smart contracts for gaming applications on the blockchain that also incorporates NFTs. We talked about NFTs earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be cool that your sword you could change color of based off of some... Ooh, that would be cool. So if you're in a game and a lot of times in games there's weapons and you collect these weapons and they have different stats. You could also have, you can make a more friendly game and you have, I don't know, I was trying to think of something more friendly that would have stats at the same time, because most of the friendly games are just collection stuff. Okay, let's do this. You are playing a nice friendly game like maybe Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, and you're like a farmer or something. You harvest all your stuff and you have your little house decorated and you have your favorite chair inside your house. And right now, I easily pick on color because color is an easy one just for description, but you can do whatever. So you have your green chair sitting there. And as you farm and farm and farm, you become like, I don't know how these games work, by the way, but I'm trying to be friendly instead of just weapons. You become the best farmer ever. So then you have like fields and fields, and as you go up in their rank leaderboards is what they call them. So then you're getting ranked up, saying you're like the best farmer ever. You're the best Animal Crossing player. Then you could have exclusive colors. So then it would take the outside data of all the characters, right? That's not something that's stored on the blockchain, like just the aggregation of that type of data. And aggregation means collection, just a collection of making sense of it. You wouldn't have access to it. So as you move up and down the leaderboard, maybe the color of your chair changes to some exclusive polka dot color or striped colors and stuff. You know what I mean? So then when you go to walk into somebody else's cute little house, because these are open communities in a metaverse, then you can see, ooh, you must be a really good farmer because you have the special color chair. That's where, before I read theirs, that's what I think, it's a lot of the likely things. And then they have, okay, so they're going with a different example, which is one of the key building blocks of many blockchain games is a source of randomness to generate random in-game scenarios or determine the lucky winner of prizes. Chainlink provides a randomness solution called VRF, which generates randomness and delivers it to the smart contract in a manner where users can prove it's fair and unbiased, as neither the players, the game creators, and see, I did it right there, or external entities can tamper or manipulate with the randomness to their advantage. Okay, they have a nice little cool example. Swords, of course. Input randomness. Input randomness occurs in a game prior to a player taking an action. Here, the warrior's weapon is randomly selected from 3 options. Well, that's not good. I don't want to go in with a random weapon. And then the output. Output randomness manipulates the effects of the player's actions and prevents arbitrary outcomes. Here, the warrior has a 50% chance of striking his enemy. Yeah, because I got my sucky sword. I don't know. This is horrible. I don't like this example. They need to upgrade that example.
You're like, I don't want a horse for a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why you would want... Like, what game has a random fight? This is horrible. I don't want to take... Okay, is that the allure of the game? Like, you don't know if you're gonna get your good weapon or your sucky weapon, and then the other person, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't like random in that scenario. So, but we get the point. You can randomize things. Cool. All right. I think that's it. And then we had their main website. Start building. Totally do it. We'll look at this eventually. Function, get the price. And it returns the price. Yay. Everybody's a programmer now.
Excellent. I can't wait to start messing around with it and getting prices.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so here you can join the community, get involved through our grant programs. Ooh, we should apply for a grant. Does anybody know? Yeah, does anybody find that interesting? Have you ever applied for a grant before? I have. Well, I wasn't like the main grant writer, but when I worked at United Way, I helped work on that a grant for like web funds, I think, because I was doing their web page at that time, and it was only a chapter. United Way is divided into chapters, so it's not like the United States United Way. It was just our local United Way chapter, which was really interesting. Way back when they didn't have a unified website, and everybody just ran their own websites. And they would kind of like issue branding, and they would encourage you to use their branding, but they didn't force it. So they got a whole bunch of developer stuff, lots of information. I was trying to see if they had how much it costs. Pricing. Where's your pricing at? Because we're almost done. Products. They talk about their VRF. Next generation of on-chain randomness is here. Cool. Provably random, tamper-proof, and low-cost randomness. Yes, what is the cost? I'm just curious what their pricing model is. What did I just say? I thought this said probably fair randomness. I didn't. Yeah. That's what, you don't buy a high enough package. That's the best. That was good. That one caught me. I was like, wait, what? Integrate. Pricing. Chainlink pricing. Well, we're gonna have to get into that. I want to build something with Chainlink.
Okay.
We'll have to think of a project for it. And then, how do you run a node? I want to see that real quick. Community, grant program events, ecosystem, Chainlink. Use cases, products, developers. I don't see it. Oops. How to run a node. Oops. Because we talked about that. I know how to set up a Chainlink node. What do you need? Blah, blah, blah. What is necessary? Yeah. Yeah. What are the technical requirements? You got to put up. Really? How much do you got to stake? Because you got to put up. You got to have so much staked. Running a Chainlink node for the first time. Let's do that. Node. Yeah, node requirements. That's it? You can run a Chainlink. No, oh yeah, I think I read this before. So you don't. A lot of your to run nodes, they require you to have the currency. That's pretty cool. We could set up our own little Chainlink node. So if you're interested in running a node on your computer, please send us a message. And you can do that through our website. If you go to pretendingtoprogram.tech, you can either send us a message right here in the bottom right-hand corner with this little contact us. We're here. It says we're away till Saturday, but we get these messages. And we can respond either real time or, well, not real time, not while we're working. But we'll respond. Or you can go to down here. You can click on join the lab. That would get you at least on our mailing list, but you go to contact and you can hit this what's on your mind and give us a little message. So if you'd like to get in touch with us, we have lots of avenues.
Yep.
So that's what we got for today. We'll probably let's see, what do we got? We got to there. What is the blockchain oracle problem? We talked about that. Hybrid smart contracts. We kind of talked about that. We might revisit that a hair. We looked at running the node. And before that I had Chainlink integrates with Moonbeam to provide price data to Polkadot developers. So another project that's cool. So they're integrating with other cool projects.
Mm-hmm.
And then their staking roadmap. This is where you save, you have proof of your reserves. Chainlink proof of reserves is likewise remembered for the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just what we explained earlier. So I thought they were talking about, that wasn't a very good link. Roadmaps, Nox, Chainlink, Monero. What we got? Oh yeah, they're talking about the pricing. Oh no. Everybody be worried. Overall economy is not doing well. And then, yeah, see, their name's always in there with other projects that we talk about. Binance, Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, VeChain. Anybody in the top besides Dogecoin, I don't talk about them. And Shiba, don't talk about them. But a lot of these projects we'll talk about and continue to mention. All right.
Hey, I made it.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks.
Please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe our videos.
Yep.
And if you want to be reminded with a totally pointless reminder, hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you get,
Get notified.
Get notified with your email. And if you get dinged with emails, then it's actually useful. Do you have email dinging?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know anybody that does. Well, like super serious business people, right? Those BlackBerry people. Remember back in the day?
Yep.
All right. Oh, scroll down here. So we got Cloudy with a Chance of Sardines coming up on Saturday. And our VeChain overview next Wednesday. And guess what? I've been saving this and I'm so mad at you.
Uh-oh, why?
Because I didn't want to talk about our special space stuff till the real you was back. And last night, Grandma and I were watching the news and they talked about the James Webb first pictures on the regular news. They scooped us.
It's my fault.
It's completely your fault.
Stupid.
Even though they were just released.
Oh.
So we'll talk about the new pictures on Saturday.
I can't wait. Haven't seen them yet.
They were pretty. They were interesting. And we'll have to see how much of them are real or not. I was thinking that the James Webb Telescope didn't see color. It saw like infrared. Like I guess it's a way of color, but I didn't think thought they have to color everything according to what they think it is. So then is it really a good picture, right?
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that and stuff. So. And then we have sardines falling out of the sky in rain. Kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. All right. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone.
Yep. Happy Wednesday.
Bye.